That look real good. And that looks like the right amount. Marie and I, we're going to really enjoy this. Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living, and today I'm going to be helping Marie out here in the kitchen. She's not been feeling well for the last few days, and so we wanted to do this recipe today, so I'm going to help her out by doing it. We're going to be doing a recipe called stuffed pepper soup, and we've never tried this recipe before. We found it on Pinterest, and we actually checked about 4 different recipes and found that they all are just a little bit different one way or the other. So we went through it and made some changes that we think will suit what we like. So we're going to do this recipe, and when I post the recipe in the description below, I'm going to post it exactly like the way that we end up making it. And Marie said to tell you that she's going to try her best to come in here this evening when it's done, and she'll help us with the taste test. So let me get started on this, and we'll see how it turns out today. We are going to be cooking it in the crock pot. I've got 1 pound of hamburger meat over here in the skillet. I'll be browning it up in just a few minutes. We're going to put 1 green pepper, 1 red pepper, 1 onion, 1 can of tomato sauce, 1 can of diced tomatoes, 1 can of beef broth. This is about a 4-ounce jar of mushrooms. I'm going to drain them off and maybe dice them just a little bit and add them to it also. We'll be using Worcestershire Salts. This is Italian seasoning, and we've got some salt and pepper, and also I'm going to be putting just a little bit of red pepper flakes in it, and that'll give it just a little bit of a kick to it. So let me get started. I'm going to go ahead and start the hamburger meat browning and start dicing up my vegetables. Okay, the hamburger meat is browning right now, and I'm going to get started with the onion first.
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was one rich little girl, daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back, all the way back to them days, running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot. No mistake ever kept me late. We spent summers catching fireflies and winters on our skates. One big smile across my face. We used to dance our way to church on Sundays. Mama set the pace. Daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back, all the way back to them days, running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot.
Okay, I just remembered some of the recipes had garlic in it. I think I'm going to add a little garlic to this one also. Okay, I'll put the garlic over here and have it ready. I'm going to go ahead and add in some vegetables. Let them go ahead and be sauteing a little bit. Now this is when your soup really starts to smell good, is when you add the vegetables to it. I'll let these saute down for just a little bit, and then I'll add some garlic to it. And the last thing I'll do is I'll drain the excess grease off of it. So far it don't have a lot of grease in it, so it looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to make me a little bitty spot here right in the middle. Okay, I'm going to add the garlic here to the middle. Let it go ahead and start sauteing. You only have to cook the garlic for about 30 seconds, so it won't take long for that to get done. Okay. And I'm like Marie, when you mix that garlic into it, I love how it smells. It really puts an aroma out. Okay, I'm not sure how good the overhead camera is showing this, so I'm using a different camera here just to test the quality of the video. And this looks real good right here. Okay, I believe that garlic is browned up now, so let me take this and get it drained, and then as soon as I get it drained, I'll be back and add it to the crock pot. Okay everyone, I've got the hamburger meat drained real good, and I went ahead and rinsed it a little bit. I know that a lot of people don't like to rinse their hamburger meat. They want to leave the grease in there for the extra flavor. But we actually prefer to rinse it just a little bit. We don't want it to be very greasy when we make our meal. Okay, I've already got the mushrooms chopped up just a little. So let's go ahead and add them in. And from this point, it's just a matter of basically just dump and go. This is the tomato sauce. I'm going to add 1 can of that. This is the diced tomatoes. Add a can of that. And then the last canned ingredient is going to be beef broth. And I'm going to put the whole can in. And anytime you're making a soup recipe, when you get through cooking it, if it looks like it's not going to have enough juice to it, and you feel like you need to, you can always add some water to it to thin it down a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to put some Worcestershire salts in it, and I'm just going to give it about 3 or 4 good shakes. I'm not measuring it, I just like good Worcestershire flavor in any of our soups. Okay, now for the spices. This is about 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And then this is salt and black pepper, about 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And basically this is something you just do to your taste. If you need more, go ahead and add more. Okay, this is 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. So add that in there. Let me give it all a good stir. Hopefully the camera is picking this up good. When I'm doing the recipe and I'm doing the cooking, it's a little hard for me to know if the camera is picking up very good. But definitely this looks great. Doesn't that look real good? And that looks like the right amount. Marie and I, we're going to really enjoy this. Now on this recipe, you can cook this in your in a pot on the oven, or you can cook it in the slow cooker. If you cook it on the pot in the oven, it's not going to take you very long to get this cooked. But we're going to do it in a crock pot, and so I'm going to be cooking it for about probably 4 hours, no more than 6 hours on low. And if you want to do it on high, maybe about 2 or 3 hours on high. So let me get this started. And so when this gets done, I'll cook some rice to add to it, and that'll make the complete soup. and hopefully Marie will be able to come in here with us and do a taste test. So we'll see you this afternoon, okay? Okay everyone, our stuffed pepper soup is done. It cooked in the crock pot on high for 3 hours, and then I turned it down on low for about 30 minutes while I was getting my rice prepared and everything ready to go with it. This is what it looks like. Oh my goodness. Marie, that looks fantastic.
It smells good.
Oh my goodness. It has not been stirred one single time. I wanted to come in here and stir it, and Marie wouldn't let me. She said, do not stir it. So I stayed away from it. I've already got some rice over here cooked. And this is about 3 cups of cooked rice. So I'm going to put maybe about half of this in the soup. And I'm going to save some to put on top of our bowl. Okay, let's stir that up and see how that looks. Oh, that looks good, Marie. Marie told me that this was going to be a good tasting soup. So we're fixing.
I was looking forward to making it, but I'm a little bit under the weather right now.
Well, hopefully you're getting to feeling better, Marie.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get us out a bowl. And we will do the taste test here in just a minute. Okay, there's one bowl. And here's another bowl. Okay, you got a paper towel. I don't like to lay the dipper down without a paper towel under it. Okay, that looks good right there, Marie. What I'm going to do, I'm going to top this with just a few fresh bell peppers. And this is really more for looks than it is for the taste. But Marie says she loves bell peppers. Okay, so there's some bell peppers on that one. All your bell peppers that you cook inside of the soup, they've already completely turned a little bit different color. But these make it look nice and fresh. And then I'm going to top it with just a little bit of mozzarella cheese. Oh, I'm going to put some more rice on it first. Okay, a little bit of rice right in the center. And then just a sprinkle of mozzarella cheese, not much. I sort of put it around the outside edges. Now it's time for the taste test. It may be a little hot, Marie, but there you go. Give that a try and see what you think about it.
It distinctly has the bell pepper taste, so.
Yeah, it really does, don't it?
It's really delicious.
Let me get a piece of bell pepper in this bite. It's so hot I can barely eat it, Marie.
It's really delicious.
But the first bite was really good.
It's just full of flavor.
It's got the right seasoning in it too, don't it?
It does.
Okay, everyone, give me, we're going to go in here and sit down and eat this whole bowl, let it cool off a little bit. I need to make us a glass of tea to go with it, Marie. We'll eat this and enjoy it, and we'll come back and give you a review on how we liked it after we eat it, okay? Okay, we're back. It's time to review this meal. Marie, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's still pretty hot, still a lot of steam coming off of it there. I'll let you give your review and your rating first.
Well, I give it 5 stars. I didn't see anything in it that I didn't like. It was just really good.
Well, that's good.
And I liked the hot pepper flakes in it.
You did? Well, that's great. I may have put just a tad too much because it's a little hotter than I like.
It was just fine for me.
Fine for you. Marie likes things hotter than me. But I'm going to rate it a 4.8, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I loved it. The onions in it, the peppers, the tomatoes, all those flavors just blended together. The mushrooms. I think the mushrooms set off real good, Marie. I don't know how you felt about that.
I love mushrooms.
And then we topped it with some mozzarella cheese, and I think that just set off real good. If you wanted to, you could serve it with some bread, but Marie and I both were trying to cut back on our bread and some of our sugars, and so we decided not to have bread with it tonight. We did have some tea with it though, some good iced tea. Okay, but the reason I rated it a 4.8 is missing one thing.
What?
Do you know what that is?
What?
When Marie makes her meals, she always puts just that little bitty touch of love in it. And it was missing that touch of love that you put in your meals, Marie.
Well, so, I rated it a 5, so I thought you put it in there.
Okay. Well, but anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know it was sort of different because Marie didn't feel like doing the cooking, and I just wanted to try to help her out a little bit.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope I get to feeling pretty good here in a couple of days.
Maybe you will. Do you feel good enough to close it out and say the words right there where you are?
Yeah. Do what you love and love what you do, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.